So this movie's just premiered last night. How'd it go?
It was amazing. Yeah, really surreal. Great crowd.
Was it the midnight section?
It was like a rock concert. Seriously,
Amazing.
It was the cops were like dragging people off the streets. People going crazy. No, it was really amazing.
It was scary. It was full on. Yeah.
So tell us about the movie. It's a death metal movie, right?
Yeah, it's it's a horror comedy, splatstick, bromedy.
Bromedy,
yeah. But yeah, it's about two death metal teenagers that unleash the forces of evil and have to wrong their right to the wrong. But yeah, it's
wrong the rights.
It's
whatever.
you know, it's great. You know, it has got that death metal horror element, but also it's you know, hopefully people find it really hilarious.
Were people laughing or past the? We actually have one mic, which is.
I think one of the coolest things last night was being in the theater and having people literally applauding after some of the really big kills. Like that was really cool for me. Like people were cheering and
It's like ancient Rome.
It is like ancient Rome. Yeah. Great. And and it's so hilarious. It was cool to see the audience really receive that. And the comic timing in this film is brilliant. So.
That's great.
Cool.
Brody, tell us, Brody's your character, Milo. Tell us about what you've now melded. You're now one.
Yeah.
Tell us about your character and the journey you take in this movie.
So Brody's kind of a high school loner. He gets shifted to live with his uncle because his mum tries to suck off a Santa Claus in a mall. And so his mum doesn't have a very supportive home environment. He goes to live with his uncle.
What do you mean?
What's wrong with that? It's a true story, by the way.
Yeah.
So, it is New Zealand.
And so his journey is kind of self-confidence, I guess, mainly. He really doesn't have any self-confidence to start with, but he slowly kind of builds that through his own kind of failures. Yeah, the way I would describe the movie, I was thinking about this last night, because it was the first time I saw it last night, and I feel like it's kind of like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, except they listen to Slayer and it's like it's on meth. That's kind of how I describe the film. Yeah, it's full on. I literally.
Slayer and meth.
Yeah,
Good.
I take like a weed whacker to a guy's genitals. Like that's the kind of images.
Was this fun to shoot?
Oh yeah.
It was amazing. It was definitely the most exciting project that I've ever worked on. I mean, I got to kill people and wield an axe for starters.
Dream come true.
It is a dream come true. I used to watch Buffy when I was younger, and so this is and Sarah Michelle Gellar is my idol. So this is literally a dream come true. And I think we used almost 100 gallons of blood. Is that right?
Liters.
80 liters.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Where did you shoot this?
We actually used a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, we probably
Are you
used
guys
about
Australian?
200.
What's the deal?
New Zealand.
From New Zealand.
Yeah, we filmed it all in New Zealand.
That's the last one. We're going.
There's not one cheap joke in the whole film either.
Yeah.
I'm just very sorry.
That is extraordinary, actually.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
But there's a lot of dick jokes.
That you have those over in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Either.
They're universal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the interesting things for me last night was watching people get what I thought were quite New Zealand jokes.
Yeah.
They were very kind of local things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still wondering whether people know. We were talking about this morning. What a tarp is.
Oh yeah, tarp. No, everyone got that. Everyone
got it?
A tarp, like a big plastic.
Tarpaulin.
Yeah, it's up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, nice one.
Thanks.
Wow, you from New Zealand?
We're way sophisticated. So, what's your hopes for this film? What would you like to see happen with it? Producers, directors, anybody?
Lots and lots of people to go and see it.
I mean, it's not for sale.
It's for sale worldwide, and I think the film. The best thing about it is the music in the film is so strong and so singular, and Jason's taste just screams pure metal. So it's going to connect with fans right around the globe. There's huge subcultures for this film.
It's a whole night out, hey? Like it's a full experience.
Yeah.
It's
Jason doesn't want to admit it, but this is very much his life story on the screen, and at its heart, it's a really sweet movie.
I hope are you joking?
No, there's a lot of
It's based
film.
on my teenage years. So I was a long-haired metalhead, just walking around, kind of just looking at the ground. But yeah, I kind of
dreaming of weed whacking people.
Yeah, it's kind of like my fantasy. But yeah, I mean the soundtrack's great. A lot of we've got bands from like Norway, the US, Australia, New Zealand. So it's a really great mix. And I also think people that aren't even into metal will kind of love it for that. Everyone kind of knows a metalhead, or you see them on the streets.
Totally.
So, everyone will get it, I think.
Yeah.